He can get his props when it comes to youth football development in Jamaica. But when it comes to big man football, Craig Butler is clueless.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.
If you are new to the channel, welcome. This is Gunnaz. I'm an Arsenal fan that covers all things Reggae Boys and local football. If you enjoy the video today, just remember to click that like button. It's a very free and good way to support the channel. And also, if you want to become a part of this ever-growing, fast-growing community, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I do post videos. Now, in this video, I'll be speaking about Craig Butler's ability in the men's game after Vere Phoenix United's embarrassing loss to bottom of the table team Lions United. And I'll also be speaking about Demarai Gray as he's rumored to leave Saudi Arabia for a return to the Premier League. Now, starting off with Demarai Gray, as the Sun in the UK reported that Demarai Gray told Steven Gerrard that he wants to quit Ettifaq. He wants to quit the project as he seeks to line up a Premier League transfer. Now, it's reported that Demarai Gray has not settled since his $8 million move from Everton last year to Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia. His family is living in England and he wants to return to the Premier League. It is also being reported that Fulham did hold talks with Demarai Gray before his move to Saudi Arabia. But as we know, with a whole lot of these Premier League players who did go to Saudi Arabia, sometimes the money is just too much to decline, and he decided to make that move to Saudi Arabia. Now, all of it is catching up on him. He seems to have lost some love for the sport, and his best performances have came when he is back on international duty with Jamaica. So yeah, he wants to ignite his club career back again, and it is rumored that he might be leaving. And Ettifaq, his club, says that they need at least £5 million before they can let him go, which is nothing compared to the $8 million that they bought him for last year. So I think it's a deal that can be done. I don't really see how he will fit into that Fulham team, to be honest. They're firing right now. They have great wingers, the Adama Traores, the Reece Nelsons of the world. But I think the signing does and would make sense because Reece Nelson himself is out for around 12 weeks with an hamstring injury. So this signing would work really well for Everton, especially since that they are going to be pushing for Europe. That Demarai Gray signing would just slot in right in place for the Reece Nelson replacement. And remember, Reece Nelson is also on loan from Arsenal. He is not a Fulham player. So this permanent transfer would be very good for Fulham, seeing that they will not have Reece Nelson due to his injury. So all in all, this does not surprise me. We were all looking forward to him moving because Demarai Gray in Saudi Arabia just was not doing good for his career. And the better he is playing for his club is the better he will perform for the country, which is what we all want to see. So hopefully he does get that move to England where he will be settled and his football can improve at the club level. Now, the Jamaica Premier League match week kicked off on Sunday, and it did not disappoint as Racing United battled a 2-0 lead to draw 2-2 with Dumbo Holding. Tivoli put 5 past Humble Lion as Donovan Duke's team continues to struggle. Chapoton Maroons held Arnett Gardens 2-1 all draw at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Mount Pleasant dispatched Waterhouse United 3-0. And Rudolph Speed drew with Rudolph Austin at the 30-meter park. Mobile United also won 1-0 against Harbour View. And finally, Craig Butler and his so-called cavalry at Vere Phoenix lost to bottom of the table team Lions United by 5-0 at home at the Wembley Centre of Excellence. What an absolute joke. Now, this just plays into this conversation that I have always been having about Craig Butler as it relates to him performing in the men's game. Now, I always give credit where credit is due. And when it comes to youth development, developing young players, sending players abroad and giving them opportunities, I don't think there's none better in this country than Craig Butler at doing that. Developing players, letting them know that they should be using both feet, kicking with left, kicking with right. It is so important, those small details that Craig Butler implements in his youth development and coaching. Those small details are what allows him to really develop players the best way possible. His way how he goes about discipline and stuff like that. Those are all commendable things about Craig Butler. But when it comes to the men's game, stepping up and coaching big man, right? Craig Butler has failed yet again. He tried to do it at Humble Lion and he had a whole lot of different excuses back then as to why that project failed. And now we're seeing at Vere Phoenix United that he's making a whole lot of different excuses. And I just think those excuses cannot be used anymore, right? He made mention of the cavalry coming into play. He made a whole lot of signings who I don't think will be able to play until the turn of the year. However, he did get a whole lot of those Manning Cup players that he claimed would have improved the team. And I'm not seeing where the improvement is, right? I, for one, was thinking that Denzel McKenzie would come in to replace a Kyle Butler. Yet still I'm seeing both of them playing on the same pitch together. Like, do these guys want to win football matches? Because if they want to win football matches, he cannot do that with a Craig Butler. Yes, he's lost weight, and yes, it's a good thing that he's lost weight, but he's still not the player that he was. But then, right, he's not good. Anyone that watches Kyle Butler has the same thing to say. Yeah, you're playing with Kyle Butler at Vere Phoenix. You are playing with 10.5 men. It is not a good look, right? And yeah, I just don't have much more to say about Craig Butler when it comes to the men's game. He claims that he's not the coach and Lenny Hyde is a coach. They're working together. He's a technical director. But who do we see barking out orders on the sideline? Craig Butler. Who do we see the most animated on the sideline? Craig Butler. Are you the owner? Are you the coach? Are you the technical director? What are you? Why not allow Lenny Hyde to take over and have full reign? Right? Why not give him the players and feeding the players like a real owner and allow him to implement his style of play? Why do you think that your style of play and his style of play can mesh together into one style of play that will work? That is your plan. That is what you said that we should expect. And for me, that's all fairy tale. You cannot have. I don't see how a Gen press, right, of Craig of Jurgen Klopp and possession, keep the ball of Pep Guardiola will infuse into one magical style of play. You either focus on one or you focus on the other. And to me, that is what they're trying to do, based on what Craig Butler said at Vere Phoenix United. And it is just utter rubbish to me. You focus on one and you go all in on your plan A and you make that work. It's just not working. And again, he insists on starting Kyle Butler. No one can tell me that Kyle Butler is good enough to be starting in this team. He has Carlton Brown. He has Robino Garden. He has Denzel McKenzie. Right? He has his Michael Forbes. He has all of those players that he was boosting up from Manning Cup. Right? And you go and get 5-0. 5-0 is what you go and get from a team at the bottom of the table. No, that's unacceptable. Especially at home. No, man, Craig Butler. Again, Mr. All Bark and No Bite has struck again. It's just not acceptable, to be honest. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think below about Demarai Gray. Do you think that he should move to the Premier League? Do you think it would be a good move for him? And do you think him moving to the Premier League and playing in a more competitive league and playing for something will help his career and the way how he plays, not only for his club, but also for country? And also let me know what you think about Craig Butler in the men's game. Should he stick to training young players or should he continue with men and continue to do whatever he's trying to do at Vere Phoenix United? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear like, don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.